Hello everyone. First of all, let me congratulate Maria Manuel Leitão Marques for organizing these events and discussions about how can innovation make a difference in our future. Thank you for inviting me. Let me also greet our Minister, Manuel Heitor, and all the participants and everyone who is listening to us. Unfortunately, there are some network problems where I am, so I'm really sorry for doing this with a pre-recorded video. Obviously, I will be available for the Q&A later, probably with my camera off with just the sound because of those network problems. It was not that long ago that Maria Manuel Leitão Marques challenged me to think and focus my attention in the Portuguese official journal and show me that in spite of this tool already be completely digital at the time, there was some lacking of vision of the future in order to better serve its purpose, to publicize the laws and being a pillar in a state of law. Whenever we think of the future, the only thing that we can take for granted is that nothing will be quite as we know now. Technology will really find a way to reshape and rebuild all that we have: cars, mobiles, phones, televisions. Every device that we own, every appliance that we have will be obsolete in a distant future, only not to say a very close one. But what about the law? That was the question. Can we change the way that we interact with the decree or regulation? Yes, we can. Some things will obviously remain the same, like the main guiding principles, but not the way that we can access the law and consume it. That's the revolution. The law will decode itself and will become easier for the regular folk to understand it. Well, the first time that we looked at this, and the goal was to produce on-the-fly simulators as a particular draft law was publicized. That would allow to be instantaneous in a simulator that could help to publicize that law to the normal citizen, and not to wait weeks or months for the IT departments to work around it. As we really believe in the concept of open innovation, we challenged the academia to produce that simulator on the fly. It later evolved from a simulator to a chatbot. And obviously, the official journal having such a broad scope, we needed to choose an area that could make the proof of concept. Surprisingly, it was much easier than I expected. Consumer rights are a very complex problem that affects all of us, and a very important one for European economy. The household consumption holds for 60% of EU GDP, so imagine what consumer rights can make for the whole of the market. I think that all of us consumers can feel that markets and products are becoming way too complex, and there is too much information, which makes it harder to use in our own benefit. I, of course, worry about the elders in my family that don't have the necessary knowledge and sometimes make suboptimal decisions. And of course, all of us had unpleasant lessons to take from the times that we faced economic crisis. This is a complex turmoil in itself. So we were very pleased to have the support from both the members of the government, which was João Torres, the responsible Secretary of State, and the National Authority on Consumer Rights, both very interested in improving those consumer rights awareness and improve the levels and means of redress. Not being a specialist in this field, nor do I pretend to be one, I believe that I've been invited for this panel to show this particular initiative that consists on a proof of concept on how to enhance knowledge of consumer rights, on how to enhance knowledge of means of redress, and even on how to help the legislator in integrated consumer rights on key sectorial policies. Regarding the first two, the enhancement of consumer rights and the means of redress, I think those are easier to explain when we see the video. Every Portuguese law is published in our official journal. There is already a digital version of it that consists basically on an extensive library of laws that may be somehow confusing to the public to access it or to find exactly what laws apply to some particular case. Using cutting-edge technology, we are firmly building a chatbot that will, in a matter of seconds, allow any inexperienced user to travel fast to the official journal and not searching law by law or article by article, but addressing direct questions about the issues that he needs to be solved. Instead of having to deal with a great number of documents, you'll just go to a browser and ask, I had a problem with the recent purchase, what can I do? And the machine will process the question and will guide him between prompt formulas in order to give him the best specific answer to his case scenario that will help him solve his situation. I think this is a major game changer in the world of tomorrow. What I'm about to show, it's probably not the best example of problem solving. I've seen really good websites and even business around consumer rights regarding flights. And of course the regulation of the EU helped a lot. But imagine that this artificial intelligence tool is about any kind of consumer interaction. Of course, this is R&D, and as in all research, there is no guaranteed success, but we are obviously confident in what I'm about to show you. I hope that the video that you have just seen shows a little bit about what this R&D initiative that involves INCM and the Technical University of Lisbon can be. I would still want to focus on my third topic. The third topic was around the help to the legislator in integrating consumer interests in other policies. I believe that success around this R&D project is that it forks into more projects. One of those should be a tool to the legislator to know if the law is complete, that is, if it has any loopholes, any dead ends regarding not only consumer rights, but all of the procedures and rules that are on a particular law. This is not science fiction at all. As you know, there are already papers that compare the performance of AI tools to the one that lawyers, and the AI tools are already winning. So this is not science fiction. I believe that a world where every citizen has the tools to best exercise their rights, it's a better world not just for him, but for all of us. It's a world where competition is around quality and price. It's a world where consumers can make better decisions, where there is little search friction and no one is left behind. And that's the world where welfare is higher. Let's hope that the innovation in the official journal can be a good contributor. Thank you very much.